Today on Zero to Awesome, we're going to fix a flat tire without a tire shop. Why, you may ask? Well, one, to prove that you can do it, and two, got a car with a flat tire. Now, tire shops these days will typically patch your tire, but a little thing called tire plugs have been around for a long time. People will argue that patches are better than plugs, but in my experience, every time I've gotten a tire patched, it has leaked within weeks. Every time I plugged a tire, it's been fine for sometimes years. So today, we're gonna be plugging our tire at home. Now this is your typical tire repair kit. You got a few things in here. You got your tire plugs. This one also has patches for inner tubes. You've got an auger, some rubber cement, and then the tire plug tool thingamajig. We'll use all these in a minute. But step number one in fixing your tire is getting it off the car. You can do it with it on the car, but it is easier off the car. So let's do that.
Oh, hi. So we're gonna get a little intimate here because this wheel is on our next super secret project and we don't want to give too much away just yet. Probably doesn't really matter because out of the, 50 people who will watch this, 5 people might care, and this wheel is actually very recognizable if you know what you're looking for. But anyway, first thing to do, if you're gonna use a tire iron, you wanna break your lug nuts free on the ground so that way when you jack the car up, they come off. But here at Zero to Awesome, we like to use more power, so we'll be using an impact gun. Impact guns work in midair because they're magical.
So now that our wheel's off the tire, we can roll around and see if we can identify what's causing our leak. And in our case, we have a big giant something or another staring us right in the face. But let's pretend for a second that we couldn't find it. There's another way to find your leak. And to do that, you start by overinflating your tire a little bit. And submerging it in a body of water. Now, today we're using my pool, but if you don't have a pool, that's not a problem. You can use your favorite bathtub, kiddie pool, cattle tank, whatever you got that holds water. You just take your tire, put it under water, and start looking for air bubbles. So now that we found the offending foreign object, it's time to take your favorite pliers, vice grip, whatever it takes, and get that sucker out of there. And it looks like we had a fairly sizable self-tapping screw in there. So next, we're gonna dive into our tire repair kit, take our auger, and clean the hole out. Then, we take one of our tire plugs and thread it halfway through our tire plug tool doodad. Tire plug is in the tool. Now we're gonna take our rubber cement and coat the tire plug in it. All over. I don't think you can use too much. So now is the kind of tricky part. Sometimes it's kind of hard to push these in, but you don't want to push them too far. You want to leave maybe about 1/4 of an inch sticking out. And if you push it too far in, then you're probably just gonna lose your tire plug in the tire. So we're gonna go in. We're going to enter the tire slowly, but with force. All right, tire plug is in, and now very quickly, just like the tablecloth on a table full of China trick, you're gonna rip it right out. And that is that. Your tire is technically plugged now. I like to take my favorite cutting device and cut the top off here. And that is that. Probably gonna wait, I don't know, maybe an hour or so before I fill it back up with air. That way air bubbles don't push the rubber cement out of the hole. And after that, we should be good to go. And always remember to consult your owner's manual and torque your lug nuts down to spec, because Alan has a fun story about some loose lug nuts absolutely destroying his bug that you will probably be hearing about in an upcoming episode. So there you have it. Our tire is plugged, our vehicle is back on the road, and we did it all without waiting for hours at the tire shop. So hit subscribe to stay tuned for that secret vehicle reveal sometime in the next few weeks, because it will be interesting to say the least.